What is going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com, and I got a free pick for you from the Syracuse versus Tennessee college basketball matchup going down on Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. Before we get to that free pick, if you are looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, the ones that I have the most money on every single day, you can head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Experts tab at the top of the page or the Premium Picks tab. You can also click the link in the description of this video below. We've got so much free pick content here at Pickdawgz that you know these plays in the premium side are the best of the best. That's what Pickdawgz Premium is for, but we've also got our inner circle. It's something we've been mentioning a lot in our videos as of late. It's not for everyone. It's for those who are placing larger bets of at least $1,000 or more per game, which is the requirement to be accepted into this service. But we've had a lot of big bettors and high rollers join this club already, having a ton of success early on with the one-on-one coaching, the bankroll management, the early releases. So if this sounds like something that's for you, reach out to the number on the screen and we'll get you some more information. But let's get to this one between Tennessee and Syracuse as part of the ACC SEC Challenge. And you got the Syracuse Orange who are coming into this one off of their 95-64 blowout loss to Iowa State that finished out their appearance in the Players Era Festival, while Tennessee is coming into this one off of an 81-76 loss to the hands of Kansas. That closed out their Players Era Festival. You know, Tennessee did go 2-0 in that in the first two rounds of that tournament, but ultimately fell short against Kansas in their final game. But now they head out on the road for their first true road game of the season. And this is a Tennessee team that early on the season was just kicking the crap out of teams. I mean, let's call it what it is. And this is a Tennessee team that already has a signature win over Houston already this season as part of that Players Era Festival. Syracuse, on the other hand, they went to overtime with Houston, and then it kind of was just that, they kind of, I think, shot their load too early and, just ran out of gas as they were, suffocated against Kansas. And then as part of that third game, they just had nothing left in the tank against Iowa State. And, the strength of schedule has really been helped by those three games against Houston, Kansas, and Iowa State. But if you look at the other games that they've played, Binghamton, Delaware State, Drexel, and Monmouth. So what we've seen is that Syracuse can beat the crap, or for the most part beat the crap out of bad teams. But when the rubber meets the road and they have to play good teams, it gets to be a little bit challenging. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing here against Tennessee. Now, I get it. Syracuse at home, Tennessee's first true road game. This game kind of feels a bit light. The line kind of feels a little bit light. But here's my problem with Syracuse and why I don't want to back them even as a home dog here. This is a Syracuse team that has been abysmal from the foul line this season. They're shooting 29.3% from three-point range. They're a good two-point shooting team, but here's the problem in terms of that aspect. You're a great two-point shooting team. You're shooting 57.4% from two-point range, and your top 50 in two-point point dependency, 55% of Syracuse's points are coming from inside the arc. You're going up against a top 20 two-point defense in Tennessee. That's also top 15 in adjusted defensive efficiency. This Tennessee defense gets after it. And then the only time where you're unguarded, when you have your free throws, you don't have anyone, jumping in front of you. It's just you in the basket. Syracuse is shooting 57.1% from the line. That's third worst in the country out of 365 teams. They're leaving too many points at the line for me to feel good about them in this matchup. Tennessee doesn't give up a whole lot of free throws to begin with, but what do I always say? If you follow me here at Pickdawgz, you know my mindset. If I'm backing an underdog in a lot of spots, especially a high-profile, power conference, non-conference matchup like this, I want the team that is going to hit their free throws in crunch time and make the most of their opportunities. And that is something you have to do against this Tennessee defense, because Tennessee is not going to give you anything easy. And I just don't see that from Syracuse to where I think that they can keep this game within 6.5 points. I think that Tennessee is just the far better team. They're the far better rebounding team. They're second in the country in offensive rebounding. Syracuse 251st in defensive rebounding. I think that's problematic for Syracuse here. I'm going to roll with Tennessee. I'm going to lay the points in this one. That is my free pick, but thank you so much for checking out this free pick video. Let me know who you guys like in this game in the comment section below. Remember, if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, and the ones that I have the most money on every day, you can head to Pickdawgz.com. You can click the Experts tab, or the link to my capper page is in the description of this video below. And you can use the promo code PICK, it's PICK, at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase, or for today and Tuesday only, ending at Tuesday at 11:59. You can use the code CYBER to get $25 off your purchase. Best of luck. We'll see you guys soon.